2, 1. Weebcast!
How's it going, folks? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. It's me at Takahata101 on Twitter. Follow me for memes.
And you're taking over the podcast right off the bat.
Your girlfriend's already spitting up water.
I need to leave. My mom says I need to go home now.
Jeff, I want you to know I think it's really great that you're jumping the shark on your content by introducing your girlfriend into it.
Yeah.
That's everyone's favorite part of a YouTube channel's slow growth is the addition of the person you have sex with on a consistent basis.
I think it's a great plan.
We really care, Jeff. We really care.
I mean, it worked for Ethan and Hila. It'll work for me.
Well, let's be honest here. Here's the thing. Ethan doesn't fuck Hila. Hila fucks Ethan. There's a monumental difference in that relationship.
You make a good point.
Yeah.
You look at that Israeli face. You think she doesn't Krav Maga him into bed and just Krav Maga all over him?
So welcome everybody to the weekly Weebcast. We're off to a good start here.
Dennis Leary is my spirit animal.
Today we're going to be talking, in lieu of the new Final Fantasy game, about JRPGs.
So we're not going to be talking about the new Final Fantasy game because it's not an RPG.
It's
an action. You know what the advertising for it said? Check out the newest installment of the long-running action adventure series. I'm like, oh boy. That doesn't make me nervous about the FF7 remake at all.
Oh, I mean, the FF7 remake's going to be an action game.
It's already going to be the FF15. It's already going to be the FF15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 combat system. It's like, I guess we just don't get random battles anymore.
But the thing is that FF15, there won't be random battles, but it does have the weight system. So you can.
I get that Advent Children was fun. But that's not what the game was. I know that's what we all think it is because we watched Advent Children one too many times.
I mean, Advent Children also wasn't fun. It was a bad movie.
No, Advent Children had two fun scenes, and that was Rudin Reno versus Kadaj and the
other one,
the big tough, the big dumb stupid one, the one with the freaky powers and the leaders. It followed the DBZ villain tropes, but Laws and Kadaj.
Yeah.
Those were the two, or was Kadaj the lead? Fuck it, I don't know. Anyways, it was Reno. It was Reno and Rude fighting those two on the street with all the people running away because it's like, fuck yeah, Reno and Rude. We love these guys. The fans love them. That's why they're in it. And then it was all the FF7 characters coming back to fight Neo Bahamut one after another, all doing wrestling-style intros with big badass moments of coming in. And then there was the Cloud Sephiroth fight at the end. Now, all that other shit in between wasn't good. Which was another 80% of the movie, but granted...
None of the story was good, but...
I like how literally Sephiroth's essence is AIDS. That's literally what it is. The idea of Sephiroth is AIDS, and everyone's dying from too much Sephiroth. I'm like, I don't know, guys. Is this what we want for the rest? Let's make the whole game about that. And what I love in FF7 is... Since technically Dirge of Cerberus it was a sequel, but what was the prequel? And that was Crisis Core. So they had all the God, what's his face? The main character from that one, the guy who quotes Loveless all the time. No, not Vincent. No, the one who quotes Loveless all the time. He was another one. He was another one of the clones. It was like
the guy that Cloud thinks he is.
No, that's Zack. Zack was the main character, but then there was also the guy Angeal. And then there was...
There's so much... Anyway...
No. The point I want to make is, at no point in FF7 do they mention the events of that game, including the world-changing events that took place. So I think it's safe to say FF7 Remake will mention them, and I'll hate them for it.
Well, I mean, the thing about FF7 Remake is it allows all of those things to be canon with something other than Final Fantasy VII, the original, which purifies it.
And I do want to apologize to the 50% of people who are still around after that stupid rant. Thank you all.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around through this. By the way, today's weekly Weebcast is sponsored by... I should get this out of the way first instead of putting it at the end of the podcast where nobody hears it. It's sponsored by Loot Crate. You can go to lootcrate.com/basement and use the promo code basement to get 10% off your order. That'll point you to Loot Anime if you're interested in anime. And if you have a Crunchyroll subscription, you can also get $10 off your order through that.
It's all interwoven now. It's all an intricate web. Pull one string and the other one will shake, you see.
And if you go to crunchyroll.com/basement, you can get a 30-day free trial of Crunchyroll. Yeah.
You fucking pay up. My hand's outstretched here. You give me my 5%. That's my internet you're using to plug your shit. It's fucking, I swear to, now guys, seeing a man sell himself out in real time is interesting.
Yeah.
It's like I'm actually seeing his hair slowly fall out of the sides of his head.
Yeah.
Like he's going reverse bald. Like there's just gonna be a puff in the center at the end. the sides want out. The sides are just jumping off.
But yeah, so the discussion of JRPGs, I got into a interesting argument with Nino on Twitter. I tried to contact him to see if he'd be interested in doing this podcast, but he didn't follow up. So we'll do something with him later.
So fuck him, right?
And it's interesting that you bring up Final Fantasy 15 specifically because, or that you bring up the combat system in that specifically, because the argument that I had with him started over him saying that Final Fantasy 15 would be the end of Final Fantasy being turn-based forever.
At least from the mainline games, absolutely.
From the mainline games, that's what he was arguing, which I would say is maybe.
No, but for a while, because if it's the best-selling one they've ever made, then yeah, they'll think it's because of that, not because of its 10 years of pre-orders.
Yeah. But the other point of argument that Jimmy made was that there is no tenable way for a video game company's flagship title to be a turn-based game in this day and age.
That's
to which I pointed him to Pokemon,
Persona 5,
Persona 5, Civilization 6, XCOM.
turn-based strategy.
South Park, the Fractured Butthole.
And that's going to be. I cannot wait.
But anyway,
I already pre-ordered the best anime game this year.
This is my favorite JRPG.
I don't mean to attack Jimmy while he's not here.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I do. But yeah, I mean, you can check out that discussion on Twitter by looking at my Twitter at G0FFTHEW. And you can
Jimmy, we coming for you, Jimmy. Jimmy, what's for dinner, Jimmy?
Those are really nice knives.
those are nice.
I'm really impressed by those knives. Those are very adult
Are
knives.
those Cutco knives?
Are they Cutco knives? Funny you should ask. Go to Cutco/basement.
No, actually don't, because Cutco is a huge scam. I bring it up because my ex-girlfriend, Cutco's a pyramid scheme. They're called Vector Marketing, and their logo is literally a triangle.
Oh, that's. Wait, so it's more of a triangle, not a pyramid. They keep saying that to investors, and I'm just. But anyways, back to RPGs.
Yeah. So, JRPGs. So, first question: do you guys think that turn-based Final Fantasy is over?
No, it's not over. They're already like other Square Enix properties, and for the 3DS and for the mobile have turn-based everywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
the character action will only be able to work really on consoles or PC. That's about it. Everything else, like smaller scale devices, need to do turn-based because that's actually what what it can process.
Yeah, they can't handle the.
There are of course action games on mobile, but they're shit.
Yeah.
That's like all the best mobile games or strategy games.
Or puzzle games.
Puzzle games or strategy games. That's literally what it is because that's the best. That's what it can process. So as far as it goes for
or music games.
Yeah, but those are. I mean,
yeah.
even then, but for mainline games, it'll be gone for a while until one of the character action ones doesn't perform well, and it goes back to turn-based strategy, which is interesting because they got away from turn-based strategy right when they perfected it with FF10.
Yeah,
FF10 finally fixed it.
Yeah,
like you could switch out characters in the middle of battling. It was fun. It was seamless. It was good.
It had a really good take on the active semi-active time battle system.
It had a semi-active. It was a lot of. It was fun to fight the random battles.
And then they introduced dress up.
And no, here's the thing. I'm being very careful because I'm talking about FF10, and that's like there are landmines everywhere when you're talking about it. All I'm saying is the combat system was fun to play. I'm not saying the game was. I'm not saying the story was good, or I'm defending the plot holes or any of the crappiness of the game. What I'm saying is the combat aspect was good.
Yeah, it has a very well designed combat system. I agree.
It does.
And it's just, I mean, the unfortunate thing about that story, we were talking about Final Fantasy VII prequels.
Yeah.
Did you know that thanks to Final Fantasy X too, Final Fantasy X is a canonical prequel to Final Fantasy VII? Shinra in Final Fantasy X-2 builds a spaceship and takes a bunch of people to Midgard, which is another planet which they live on.
Even remotely attaching yourself to FF7 increases your worth.
I just have to put that out there to ruin Final Fantasy VII for people even more.
Okay.
I have to put that out there every time Final Fantasy is mentioned. But yeah, I basically think there are... I mean, this year there was already a turn-based Final Fantasy in World of Final Fantasy for consoles, which had very impressive graphics and a good story. Mm-hmm. But I think it would suck to see turn-based combat go away on consoles. I don't think it will, because Persona 5 is going to sell like gangbusters.
Persona 5 is actually interesting because they held off on that game to make it AAA.
Yeah.
And everything about 5, and I'm trying to keep away from spoilers as much as I have because I already bought the Valentine's Day pack,
which is almost done playing it.
Oh,
she's playing it in Japanese.
Yeah. Is it the best one?
It by far. It's completely different.
And that's fine.
The combat system feels kind of bloated though.
Was that? The combat feels bloated.
Yeah,
it's because 4 felt thin. So perfect.
Yeah, so because they added the new guns, they added guns and your melee weapon and your persona.
So I mean, the guns puts it more in line with Strange Journey, because Strange Journey had guns too.
So,
I before we get any further, I just want to say we've gotten 10 minutes into this, and I'm pretty sure that I didn't tell people that this is Yazi.
It's fine.
You just said, Jeff, your girlfriend's here.
Yeah,
that's
Jeff.
fine. That's
everyone,
me.
This is Jeff's girlfriend.
Jeff's girlfriend is her name.
You want to get away from that title, you have to really work at it.
That's fine. That's fine.
She's so fucking nervous right now, everybody. She's
I just feel like I'm dead right now.
Wait till the cough medicine kicks in. Or... See, he should have swum by and gotten you some legal marijuana here in Canada.
Legal-ish.
Legal, not illegal.
It's more legal where you came from now.
It's true, actually. Yeah.
I like how day one that gets legalized, some guy just walks down the street with a weed like ice cream cart with just selling weed bags of weed. I'm like, no, that's not how it works, dude. It's okay. No, you can't do that. It was like, time to do it. I'm good to go. No, you can't.
We've been waiting.
You gotta get a business license. You gotta. God damn it! It's one of those like take your glasses off, pinch your nose. Like, what did we expect? There's gonna be one fucking guy.
At least one guy. I'm surprised there weren't more.
Right. All right, but that's a great RPG.
Yeah.
Persona 5 combat great.
So
I don't know. Sometimes I'm stuck.
I think we should just jump in there.
Yeah.
What is your favorite? What are a couple of your favorite JRPGs, Yazi? We'll go around the circle.
I'm a big Persona fan.
You're a big fan of SMT?
I don't like all of the Shin Megumi Tensei games.
It's Megami, first of all.
It's Shin Megumi Tensei.
It's you gotta say it right if you're a real fan.
No.
Because if you just play Persona game, you're not really a fan of the franchise.
Shin Megumi Tensei.
Jack Frost to the
Shin Baklava Tensei. It's like the thing is, SMT has been a franchise for a very long time, been very niche. But Persona 3 kind of boosted it up. Persona 4 boosted it up again, and 5 they're like, all right, let's try and be. It's
a completely different game. It's great.
I mean, but, like Persona's more like a character-focused game, whereas Shin Megami Tensei is like ideas-focused.
Yeah.
It's all about like the philosophical debate.
That's fair. That's what that's why if you actually look at the actual timeline, have you seen the timeline image of what's the actual timeline of SMT is?
No.
It's a fucking mess.
Of course it is.
And there's all these like what happens when the guy decided not to help out God and like timeline diverges. I'm like, God damn, 2 separate timelines. I'm like, that idiot. God damn it.
Welcome to SMT.
But I mean, here's the thing. Like in SMT, God's a fascist.
Yeah.
So
yeah, God is a fascist. It's that. What do you think? What do you think's real?
And like Lucifer is evil, but he's also a libertarian.
Yep, he is.
And it's
like the law. That's law and order. Like the extremes of law and order.
Yeah, chaos and order, and trying to find that spot in the middle.
And every game you fight against either chaos or order. That's where you fight against. Whereas in Persona 4, you fought against chaos.
But they're bringing that back in Persona 5.
Are you fighting against chaos?
Yeah.
Or fighting against order?
It's really hard to explain without spoiling it.
Oh, okay.
It's really hard.
I believe that the main conflict in Persona has always been between Endymion, I want to say, the blue butterfly, and the other
Gargamel. I don't know.
No, the other god.
Gargamel. The elder god Gargamel.
Yeah. But yeah, so Persona has always been about this conflict between these two gods, and then that took a backseat for 3 and 4 because that was more about different gods and other stuff. But the butterfly was always there, the Velvet Room was always there, and I'm guessing that this one brings that back in some way. Maybe.
Yes. Yeah, there's truly no way to say it without spoiling.
Okay.
There's so many little things where I'm like, fuck, I wish I didn't read that one before I played, because they were such little things where I asked a friend a question about something, and I was just like, oh, fuck. There's like one of the big secrets gone. But I genuinely feel bad for anyone who's going to start with Persona 5. Just don't start with Persona 5, because it will ruin every other Persona game for you, because it's so fucking different and so good. Yeah, no, I'm not going to let anyone start with Persona 5, because it makes Persona 4 and Persona 3 look awful and like terribly written and terribly designed.
Well, does it make Persona 3 look awfully written?
Yes.
Wow, that's because I mean Persona 4 is just awfully written.
No, but Persona 3 is my favorite.
Persona 4 is awfully written, you just said?
Persona 4 has great character writing.
Let me explain real fast. Let me explain from my perspective of a casual fan, and I will explain this very properly. I do not get into games.
Yeah.
Very easily, or an RPG. I just don't. I don't usually get invested in the story.
And you love Persona 4.
Persona 4 kept me on the rails and slowly introduced me to all of the mechanics in a very incremental manner, in which made me invested and interested in the story.
Yeah.
You don't take full control until the Yukiko story. Yukiko, whatever you want to say.
Until
you don't start up until then. Technically, you're playing for 4 hours without complete control. And that never bothered me because I was sucked in.
Yeah.
I was meeting the characters. I was getting to know them a fair amount.
And the story justifies you not having those decisions.
Exactly. The story, you can love or hate the story of Persona 4. It was a fantastically told story with impeccable pacing.
I think it's well told. Yep. I think Persona 3 is well told too.
But Persona 5.
But Persona 5 is better than both of them.
It's a whole different thing.
Persona, people say Persona 3's story is way better, but it does start off super slow.
It does. The pacing in Persona 3 is worse.
Here's what happens. I actually disliked Persona 3 from the get-go. One scene where Junpei just joins off screen, and that bugged me. I'm like, I should have gone out and helped him out, and it's like, oh, he's running away from some monsters, and I go bail him out, and then he joins the team, like, oh, he has powers too. He just shows up randomly, oh, I have powers too. I'm like, oh, I don't find you interesting whatsoever now.
Yeah. Persona 4 does handle, I think, introducing new characters to your party better, but the flip side of that, is that Persona 4 doesn't handle the big ideas, the big philosophical ideas.
It's more of a, because the plot is a mystery.
Yeah, the plot is a mystery, but it's
also very colorful.
It's very colorful and upbeat.
The plot itself has peaks and valleys.
Yeah, but it's
false flags.
Yeah.
False flags everywhere.
Yeah.
And lots of fun adventures on the side.
I will agree that it's a well-told story, and I will agree that they're fun characters. I just think that if you look at the philosophical depth and emotional impact of Persona 3 and you compare it to Persona 4,
well, the thing is, you'd have to survive playing Persona 3 because of the exhaustion system. Here's the thing.
That stops being a factor about halfway through.
That's
you build up your endurance.
Only 30 hours into the game? That's great.
Only 30 hours into the 100-hour game.
This is it. Again, these are long games, so if they don't suck me in immediately, I'm out.
Yeah.
That's just. I actually own a bunch of games that I'll just never beat. I already know because they're just paced in a manner I'm not fond of. I think a good RPG gets you into the story and invests you pretty early, which is why some of the classic ones resonate with us a little bit more. FF6, for example, resonates. FF7 resonates pretty strong with people. FF8 does not.
I had that problem with Pokemon X and Y, though. I felt like the beginning of that game was so...
X and Y was easy.
Yeah, so it didn't suck me in. So I was just like,
and X and Y's story is not good.
Yeah,
X and Y, X and Y actually, and I will say this, and this is a big thing for me. I got so mad at the game Because what happened was, I was playing for the verse a little bit. I'm like, okay, it's been a while since I played a Pokemon. I really didn't play Pearl, or the Pearl at the end, or didn't really play a lot of Gen 4. I completely skipped Black and White and Black and White 2. Just didn't.
Black and White actually had a good story.
Really good story.
No, the good story. I heard the game was very difficult, but like I had no interest.
Yeah.
It lost it for me. That they knew they lost a lot of people with those gens actually, and but X and Y, they tried to do something and they made it easy. And what happened was particular. I got to Lucario Gym. I won. Oh. It looks like the Lucario wants to come with you. No!
Yeah, no.
I actually went, no, I don't want a Lucario. I don't like it. I don't like the Pokemon. So it's like, I guess it's joining your team. Okay, I guess. And I leave town and I walk outside to go to the next town. Hey, here, have a Lapras. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? This used to be a challenge. Like, it doesn't feel special.
It felt like a kid's game.
It doesn't feel special if I know everyone else is getting it.
Yeah, exactly.
That it doesn't feel special because I know everyone else is getting these Pokemon. I don't care. Now, for example, the new Sun and Moon game. It's hard.
It's
It
so
is
hard.
Everything hits way harder. Like you're giving like you're 10 levels up on Pokemon. No, fuck that. It'll take half your health down with a strike if you're not careful.
And if you go into one of those challenge rooms, actually beating the trials is hard.
It's not hard. It's challenging.
It's challenging.
It's like you can't just like no brain. You have to think. It keeps you on your toes.
And catching the trial Pokemon is a challenge.
I never really catch the trial Pokemon.
I mean, when you go back into the...
when you go back later.
You can go back into the trials later and catch the Pokemon. And those fights are legitimately... it's not like a spoiler thing. It's just once you finish the trial, you can walk around the environment.
The Battle Royale part. The Battle Royale. There's lots of different things.
Battle Royale's hard, too.
It is like levels...
Fuck.
No, it's like... They've introduced a lot of challenging things.
Yeah.
And they understood what went wrong with Pokemon X. Now, Team Flare was awful. No one liked Team Flare. They might be the worst. I think they're the worst. I think they're actually bottom of the barrel the worst. Yeah.
Team Skull is amazing.
Team Skull is so much better than they have any right to be. Yo, man, what's going on, G? Come on,
Team Skull's just a bunch of idiot street punks who want to be Team Rocket, and it's great.
It's just like,
and then the real bad guys from the looks of...
Shut up!
This isn't a spoiler. You're farther than I am. But I mean,
the real bad.
Who are the real cutscene, the guys in the white lab coats who were chasing after
the pretty blonde.
Right? Yeah,
blonde girl.
Yeah, I know. I tried to forget that. I tried to forget that she stole them away. I tried to forget that Team Skull's actually going to become good guys and help out the heroes. I'm trying to like invest myself in this quiz. I already know what's going to happen. Yo, guys. It's your boy, right? I just imagine like Team Skull just showing up.
Coming in with
they just coming in. They just become the good guys to fight the even worse bad guy.
Skull Grunt A and Skull Grunt B have such great personalities.
They're so great. Like
when they run up on that first trial and they're like, "Hey, we're here to mess with you." No, actually, dude, get away. That Pokemon's dangerous. We're worried about you, man.
What you talking about, man? I got this. And just like so gesturing over hands. Like they're just so much fun.
Yeah, there's like I love squatting all the time. I love to squat.
The thing is that the Team Skull is basically like these guys who went to my high school. Who
we all went to school with people like Team Skull, but the thing is, they're silly. They're very silly people.
Yeah. And I mean, I like these guys, but they called themselves the East Side Riders. And they drove around in a pickup truck, and they had some. They were kind of the school joke, but I made fun of them this one time, and I got a message back from one of the guys, and he was like, "Come on, Geoff, I actually like you." I was like, "Oh, that felt kind of."
Oh, you're saying
I feel kind of bad, and then he followed that up with, "I mean, like this East Side Riders thing is it's really hard to get past. Do you know how hard it is to convince the police that you're not in a gang?"
But you are a gang.
Like that's what happens when you ironically create a gang. Is you're in a gang.
When you're in a gang, then when one person's crime is everyone's crime. Like you gotta be careful. But Geoff, what are some of your favorite RPGs?
Oh God. Well, I mean, Persona is definitely up there. But I mean, I think that's up there for everyone. I would say
except for Matt, who never played Persona 4.
Matt's a horrible person.
Train of thought.
Mm-hmm. No, we're just letting that sink in.
Yeah, we're just gonna let that turkey baste for a bit.
Okay,
let that turkey baste.
The Ustabayas plan is working. But so Persona's great. The last time I was on the Best Friend cast, I went into a fugue state for 20 minutes talking about the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. So I think it's fair to say.
I think I saw all the hater comments about that part.
Yeah, except some people really liked it, so whatever.
Trail of Sky.
Trails in the Sky. I've done a video about it on this channel. I love that game. It's got It's got one of the best storylines of any big long-running series that I've ever played, because it takes place across a whole world, sort of like Pokemon, actually, except that it's actually like really concerned with the politics of the world and all of the different people you can encounter. And it's like Pokemon if every single NPC in every single region had a name and like an interpersonal relationship with their neighbors. It's just great. It's really, really fun.
Okay.
But I've done a whole video about that, so I'm not going to go into detail about that. Instead, let's talk about some of the more obscure stuff that I loved from my childhood. How about Radiant Historia? Either of you played that?
Silence.
So Radiant Historia was...
Geoff, we said we were going to talk about good games. He looks so mad at me. He looks so mad at me right now.
Radiant Historia. Okay, Radiant Historia.
He was leaning back, and now he's leaning down. He's like he's staring at me with daggers.
So Radiant Historia is basically what happened when the Persona team and a few guys who worked on Etrian Odyssey got together and decided to make Chrono Trigger.
Okay.
And it's really fucking good.
Is it as good as Chrono Trigger?
It's almost as good as Chrono Trigger.
I can't help but feel we would have heard of it if it was almost as good as Chrono Trigger.
It was published by Atlas and didn't sell very well for the Nintendo DS.
Oh, well, there you go. First of all, it's already Atlas pre-Persona 4, and...
that was around the time of Persona 4, but Nintendo DS games didn't sell super well. It's actually the rarest Nintendo DS game out there.
Really?
It had, like, at a point, it had a demand of, like... $200 a copy. They did a re-release without the soundtrack CD, and now the soundtrack CD version goes for about $100, which is the one I have. And the regular normal edition goes for $60.
Nice.
Which is really good for a DS game now. Yeah. Radiant Historia was a lot of fun. It's got a really good... It's got a better paced plot than Chrono Trigger, because the thing is, instead of being the freewheeling, I can go anywhere and interact with this plot in lots of different ways of Chrono Trigger, it's got more of a I'm going back in time and looping several times over and seeing what changes in more detail. Yeah. But because it's like that, it's not as open-ended. It's a good counterpoint to Chrono Trigger, and the combat system is this really fun grid-based thing where all of your attacks, you have a 3x3 grid that enemies are on, and enemies can take up to 4 squares, or they can be like 2 squares vertical, 2 squares sideways.
It sounds like a lot what they're doing for the Fractured But Whole. Very similar, like kind of like grid-based combat.
And the cool thing about your characters is they have abilities. So you can get all of your characters to do attacks in a row. So you can have them hold off on attacking, kind of like Bravely Default, so that they can all attack at once. And what you can do is almost every character has an attack that knocks the enemy in a direction. And if the enemy hits another enemy, they stack. And then if you hit them in another direction, you can stack every single enemy.
It sounds like it's very similar to a certain game. You may know it as Disgaea.
It is kind of similar to Disgaea. It's Disgaea if it was a turn-based RPG system on a simplified grid. So you can stack all of the enemies together and hit them with all of your best attacks at once. And it grades you on battles for how you put them together. So it kind of has like this puzzle system.
Nice.
It's got a really, really good story and a lot of involved side quests where you have to like time travel to fix people's problems across multiple eras. It's a really good game.
I'd say,
So I would say that not being able to say Persona, not being able to say Trails in the Sky, I would say that is up there. Obviously, everybody loves Chrono Trigger. And
you're allowed to state one that's very famous. Like that, there's a reason why.
Because Chrono Trigger's the best in a lot of ways. But you know what other game is the best? You know what other game deserves so much more praise than it gets, and I think set the stage for a lot of things that we love about JRPGs to this day. It had a great combat system. Okay. It had amazing environmental storytelling for the first time, really, in a 3D JRPG.
I'm just so curious if I'll agree with you or not right now.
It's Skies of Arcadia.
Oh, speaking of which, and I have it right here in my hand. I was going to say that. So one of my favorite JRPGs, if I was to go from JRPGs that actually resonated with me, Skies of Arcadia is one of the strongest. For me, I've played it several times. I absolutely love the motif. I love the music. I love the characters. I love the adventuring. It's got the best. So this one
is
of the best stories. A good story that has it goes an extra 15 hours longer than it should, and it's like really good. Like that one part where you get split up and you meet all these side characters that I just didn't see coming. I thought it was going to go a certain route, but it completely went a separate route, and I met all these new characters and had a completely separate adventure that connected back into the main adventure, and I really appreciated that, because the story has peaks and valleys, and very few stories keep you sucked in that long. Like, I think about FF13, about the people's argument of, it gets better 30 hours in. I'm like, then it's a shitty game.
Yeah,
it's shitty if it's not good until halfway through. Like
if it starts good and gets better 30 hours in, that's different.
No, it's if it starts okay and then stays middling for 20 hours and then
that's not okay. I'm talking about Skies of Arcadia starts good and gets amazing.
It starts good, gets great, gets even better, gets a little bit interesting, then gets crazy. For me, there are some other games here too, because I'll get back to what I love about this here in a sec. But there's also games that resonated with me as a kid, and I have to fully state some RPGs that are really important to me when I was younger, and that is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance for the Game Boy Advance.
Excellent game.
Now, I want you to know, people give it shit because it had the judge system and how it would ban certain moves.
The judge system was cool.
Well, the judge system was a fun challenge. It was fun to try and work around that. And it was a game I just got sucked into, and I just loved upgrading and stuff. I actually bought it for the Wii U.
Yeah.
So now I can play it on my big screen TV if I want to actually play it.
And the story was really good.
The story was interesting because you were literally playing a villain.
Yeah.
Your carrying character is the villain. You want to end the dream someone's hiding in.
But it's also intellectually challenging, because at the same time it's escapism, right? It's a counterpoint to escapism.
It is. It's like literally it's countering this, but this is my reality. I want this to be my world. It's not real though. This is all a lie. You can't live in a lie. Yes, I can.
And the flip side of it is that he's sucking other people into this lie that he's living into, and that he's living in, and he's hurting them. You know.
I've never played a Final Fantasy game in my life.
That's unfortunate.
I know.
And there's some other.
I can't believe it. I've been playing games since ever.
I mean, there's so many of them, though.
I know.
There are a lot of JRPGs that there's
there's so many Final Fantasies.
That too.
That's the thing, is I've been into JRPGs forever.
Yeah.
Somehow, never Final Fantasy. I've always avoided them in some way. I've always missed out on
Tactics is the Tactics series is the best. I would say
it's very good. Even the original Tactics is original Tactics is one of the best stories.
Advance 2 is not good.
Advance 2 is terrible.
But
Advance 2 is all over the place. I was actually playing, going like, wait, what the? Why is it not fun? Like, I don't get how I'm not enjoying myself, because the story was just so middling.
Because the guy who created Tactics, who also created Tactics Ogre, by the way, if you haven't played Tactics Ogre, a good video game.
Yeah, that's expensive good ass video game though.
I bought 3 Tactics games of the Ogre series at the last PAX, for a pretty good price. But I mean, every one of them is great. They all have really interesting, politically driven stories, which I love it when a world feels real. And that guy makes his worlds feel real. Even the fantasy world of Final Fantasy Tactics feels real.
You get a vibe of the politics because your story's kind of running along it. And
of Tactics Advance, Tactics Advance.
Tactics Advance also has a pretty has a coexisting world, which is very interesting for that reason.
And I'm blanking on the name of the guy who wrote it, but I mean, he also made Final Fantasy 12, which was set in Ivalice and was almost good. It was almost good.
I love Star Wars.
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
It was Star Wars.
Here's the thing. Van wasn't part of Final Fantasy 12. Final Fantasy 12
was supposed to be Valkyria.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Balthier and Bosch and Ash.
Nope, need a protagonist.
And they need a teenager, so they fired the guy who wrote Final Fantasy Tactics, and they replaced him with people who were producers on Final Fantasy X too.
Oh, and therefore that explains why Vaughn is like people like when they're talking about bad protagonists, they don't even mention Vaughn because Vaughn is that forgettable.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Vaughn is a bare midriff.
He is unmemorable and effeminate Luke Skywalker with no special powers. Like it's like the worst. Imagine if Luke Skywalker couldn't use a lightsaber and just whined.
No,
imagine that's what he did. Imagine every like I'm gonna go to Dagobah and whine.
That's me.
No, I'm joking.
Sure,
I'm joking. No.
But oh god,
when Jeff got out of the SkyTrain station. Jeff's like, I don't feel good. It's cold.
That's what you did.
That's totally what he's like.
That's what she did.
But because I'm from California.
So yeah, you
two finished each other's asses.
We finish each other's orgasms.
No, I fucking hate you.
So is the confidence kicking in now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
You feeling it? You feeling good now?
Yeah, I'm no longer dead.
It's a good place to
You
be.
want my bottle of it? Just take it with you. That might be
helpful.
You can get fucked up on that, fam.
But yeah, so
Canada's a wild place.
So Van, he's not even Luke Skywalker. He's basically, what if Luke Skywalker's shitty neighbor found the droids instead? Went to Obi-Wan Kenobi and was like, I want to go along with you for no reason.
I want to come with you. Want to learn the ways of the Jedi? No, I just kind of want to hang out. And also, his name is Luke Skywalker. It's Suk Skywalker. That's
Suk Skywalker. And also, he's got like a hot girl who follows him
Dude,
around.
that counts as hot. That counts as hot, really.
You didn't remember Penelo
until
I mentioned her.
Yeah, no, I remember. I was remembering Girl the whole time. I don't remember her name, but all I know she was Girl.
She has no purpose either. She's just there.
She's just there. Like, you literally saw the tacked on. You saw how tacked on some parts of the story were. And then Star Wars slowly happened. But without Darth Vader. So it was like...
And the memorable parts that he wrote in are still there. They're just in the background. Oh. Like Sid being evil. How great is that?
It's only as good as if the plot was good.
But I mean, the plot was good. It's just that they used my favorite
part. My favorite part was when Suk Skywalker walked around the town of Mos Eisley and went, "I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi. I fought in the Clone Wars." Hey, I like how you're laughing, but you know I'm so fucking bang on.
Yeah.
But there are bad RPGs. There are good RPGs. But like another JRPG, again, back to Skies of Arcadia. Long-ass game. There were two versions, of course. One made for the Dreamcast, which is broken. And then the good version made for GameCube.
Okay. So the Dreamcast version has disadvantages. Namely...
the random battle system.
The random battles are too frequent.
Yeah.
This one has problems in that you need to grind more. Because the frequency of combat is a little bit too low for how much experience you get.
The difference is, like, you don't get lost. You don't have to... It doesn't turn... The dungeons aren't a slogfest.
Yes, and that's important.
You can just level up sometimes, and that's fine. It's better than literally have every dungeon shattering your teeth if you can survive. It's like every single dungeon essentially became Oregon Trail. Mm-hmm. Like, do we have enough resources to get through this dungeon? Because we're going to be battling every 5 steps.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, and you've played this game. Those dungeons are not short.
No.
Those are very long-winded dungeons,
and those battles are not easy.
No, they're strategic. You have to very strategically position. Again, it's a good game, but I actually have the Skies of Arcadia Legends copy for the GameCube here, and I bought it used for $90.
I need to pick that up before it goes up even higher, because I mean. I had that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And it was too strategic for like 11-year-old me to enjoy. Yeah. So I traded it into EB Games for $20.
Oh man.
And I am kicking myself for that every day because I got the Dreamcast version. And the Dreamcast version does have one other advantage or two other advantages.
What are those?
One, VMU support, which is really cool.
What's VMU?
VMU, the little memory card thing. You had a little.
All right. Yeah.
You had the little training thing that you could take along.
Yes.
Which was cool. And the other thing that the Dreamcast version had that in my opinion, is a significant advantage over the GameCube version, is it has better, less compressed music.
Okay. That's fine. That I can't disagree with you on that one. I haven't heard the original one, but if the music is compressed on this one, so it sounds differently, then I can understand why. That being said, the Dreamcast version is inferior to the GameCube version
because it doesn't have the bounty system.
Well, not even just the bounty system. It's just you can play it with a GameCube controller. Like, let's be H here. That's gonna be like good 60 hours of comfort in your hand.
Whereas the Dreamcast controller is a good 60 hours of agony.
Exactly. Then that's in the end. Like in the end, you can use a GameCube controller to play it. Second I hear that, I'm like, oh boy, I'll be comfy playing this game because your hand perfectly wraps around that controller.
This is the kind of game that makes me want to get one of those GameCube view screens that you could snap onto your GameCube and take it on the go. Because the GameCube was almost portable.
It was almost portable?
It was almost...
Yeah, it had a perfect handle to carry it around.
Yeah. It had a handle. It had a lot of good stuff going for it.
There is another game I forgot to mention, though.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about Super Mario RPG.
The Mario RPG games are all amazing.
Yeah, except till paper kind of started going off the rails.
But those aren't Mario RPGs. Those are Mario turn-based combat action games.
Yes, and the thing is, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door is also a really good RPG.
Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door is, I think, the gold standard for casual-focused comedic RPGs.
Yep.
South Park almost touches it.
Yeah, their combat system needed to be ironed out, so almost my homing fractured butthole actually pushes it forward.
Yes, but Thousand Year Door is so tight. It's got such a great story. It's got such a great sense of humor, and it's so beautiful to look at, too. Like, yes, Paper Mario Color Splash and Paper Mario Sticker Star look pretty, but
they're not fun.
They're not fun. They're not. They have some of the worst user interface decisions I've seen in a video game ever. In Paper Mario Color Splash, every time you want to do an attack, you have to select a bunch of cards and then throw them one at a time at the screen.
No, thank you.
That's awful.
It sounds tedious.
It is tedious. It's just press the A button. Like, if you're doing turn-based combat, just press the A button. And Thousand Year Door just nails that. It's simple, and it's straightforward, and it's fun.
The dungeons aren't too complicated either. They're easy enough. They're challenging, but you can figure them out. Like, they're not impossibly difficult to do. I'm pouring water here right now, everybody. You can hear that lovely...
Right next to the microphone.
Right, let's just listen there real fast. Listen to that, really. Oh, that sounds good.
Soothing.
That's good. Welcome to ASMR. We're going to be pouring water here. That's right.
And pouring on the left.
And a little bit more there. Oh, that sounds good.
Unfortunately, we're not doing the multi-side recording today, so they're not getting that full benefit.
That's true.
But yeah, so I think we can all agree that Thousand Year Door is amazing.
Yep.
And Super Mario RPG, I don't think it hits that casual sweet spot quite as hard and quite as well, because that game is difficult. That game is sometimes unfair.
Super Mario RPG?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's because, here's the thing, it came from the era of RPGs not being fair. They were hard. They made those battles difficult. They made those bosses tough. Because it was a Square Enix made. It essentially was. It was Super Mario Final Fantasy. But it's a good story. One of the best stories, actually. One of the most probably the best Super Mario story.
It also started Bowser being the best character Nintendo has ever come up with.
Yeah, Bowser became a good guy. Like Bowser the villain, but then there was a much greater evil, and he was always kind of like Bowser was always kind of like that.
Bowser he just wants Mario's attention.
He's just Sundar. He's like Sundar. He's Sundar for
Sundari.
Sundari for like By the way, you know who the most Sundari character of all time is? Helga from Hey Arnold.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
totally.
That's true.
I love you, but I hate you. But I love you.
No. This is like she's Sundari prime. Like there's no one more Sundari than her. They've never outdone her.
She even has twin tails.
Yeah.
She even has twin tails, but she has like a shrine dedicated to made of his chewing gum, and she's like makes out. She fucks that thing. And we all know she does. We can just pretend she didn't, but she did.
Helga Pataki's got some issues.
The Pataki family has some issues. The mom's an alcoholic and the dad is a beeper tycoon. Where's my Hey Arnold RPG? You know, like where's?
We're getting a new Hey Arnold movie soon. I'm
show.
really excited.
Show. They're doing a.
They're doing a show. I thought they were.
They're doing the original movie or something like that.
They're doing the movie that was going to end the series, and then they're doing more stuff. And the thing is, Hey Arnold actually deserves that. I mean, I'm not sure if Nickelodeon will completely fuck it up. They probably will.
I don't know.
Because Nickelodeon completely fucks up lots of things. But
yeah,
you never know.
So.
But JRPGs.
On JRPGs and RPGs in general, the most important thing I think is replayability.
Yeah,
I think that's. I
think.
No, I actually disagree.
Really?
I won't. I'm replaying Persona 4 on the Team 4-Star Gaming channel right now with Zito. I'm not playing, but like, could I play it again? I already know the story, so I'm not really interested in replaying the game. Like, it was an amazing playthrough that ended on a high note, and I'm like, what? Great. Do I need to replay this? No, I don't need to.
But have you ever tried playing new games?
If you could. You could go through and do all of the different social links that you missed.
A lot of my enjoyment came from I didn't know. I actually avoided all the spoilers. I didn't know who the killer was.
Nice.
I didn't know. So when I actually figured it out, and I did figure it out correctly too. I did all my research. I'm like, no.
And it hits you.
no. It hits me. It hit me a little bit because he was my call halfway through the game, but. But again, that's where my enjoyment came from because the story snagged me. Now, once I've experienced the story, I kind of don't need to experience it again.
But there's good replayability in the fact that the story is different, too, because you're missing out on these social links that can change things.
Nah, it doesn't change the main line though. For some people, don't want to repeat themselves. Some people only want one playthrough.
That's true. I'll give them that. Or you can just go play Golden instead.
I mean, I actually don't like Golden.
Golden's awful.
Golden adds
I hate her.
Golden is better from a gameplay perspective and worse from a story perspective because Marie adds nothing. See,
adding Marie to the game was like subtracting a person.
Everything that they have added to Persona 4's story since then has made it worse. And
I disagree.
That's not true.
Dancing All Night was a complete.
Okay, wait.
It was the pendulum swinging back to quality.
For real though, in Golden they added Adachi's social link.
Oh, that's
And
true.
that
Adachi's social link
changes
is
the
an
ending.
improvement.
By going with Adachi's social link, you get a completely different ending. And
So
it's
if,
so
if,
good.
if you go with it, so there's a different bad ending that you can get with Adachi.
Yes.
Let's not spoil that. I
Yes.
just want to say that all of the Persona 4 spin-offs, Persona Q, Persona 4 Arena, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, from
Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
So Dancing All Night. So from a gameplay perspective,
It's so offensive. What are the dancing instructor? Hello, my charming little children. How are you doing? I'm like, I'm a straight man and I am offended.
so from a gameplay perspective, Arena is great. Arena Ultimax is one of my favorite fighting games of all time. And Persona Q, while completely busted due to the sub-Persona system, is okay. Persona Dancing All Night is
Persona
actually
Q is
bad.
complete fan service for those who like Persona 3 and 4. And if you like 3 and 4 and just want a nonsense adventure, it's
But
fine.
here's the
It's
problem.
also-
It's cute. So.
It's heartless.
Here's the problem. It's canon.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's canon.
Yeah, so is the Flintstones meets the Jetsons movie, but we don't really think about it.
And
that's literally what it is. It was the Flintstones meets the Jetsons.
It was the Flintstones meets
It was
the
the
Jetsons.
Simpsons meet the Family Guy. It's really what meets the Family Guy.
But all of those Persona things, they have the worst stories, and they undercut not just Persona 4's ending and Persona 4's themes. They really undercut Persona 3.
Yeah.
The fact that
Don't you know that the game ends with them saying, and then they return to their timelines and their memories were removed. I'm like, yeah, it's about as canon as any other crossover for no reason.
except that Elizabeth and Margaret remember,
Oh, of course.
and Theo, and that pisses me off.
They can remember. Who gives a shit?
But no,
Who gives a shit?
They have ruined Elizabeth because Elizabeth is now on this quest.
Oh, okay.
She's now on this quest
find
to
Minato
undo
and-
the ending of Persona 3. Taka's just lying down. He's dead to the world.
I'm flanking.
That's fine. That's fine.
Let's get a picture of this for the podcast thumbnail.
It's ruined everything about Elizabeth because she'll never come back.
I care about Persona 3. Stop talking about Persona 3.
Okay, we're getting a picture. This may be the podcast.
Okay, well, the guys aren't paying attention. I'm going to talk about Fire Emblem.
Real RPGs. That's another,
okay, but...
that's another tactics-based RPG.
Yeah, I mean, I
just want to talk
I have
about
a tactics
husbands.
RPG I want to talk about, too.
I just want to talk about my husbands and the
Everyone
marriage
just
in
wants
Fire
to...
Emblem.
Okay, let's talk... Fine, you guys want to talk about Fuck Simulator
I
2015?
love Fire Emblem.
Fucks. I love my breeding game.
It's medieval eugenics simulator.
Oh my! Honestly, it's very interesting. I'm just like, who
Incest
do I want
game.
these strong? There's no incest.
Sorry.
What?
Okay, have you played it?
You can't.
You do have actual siblings that you can actually...
in what scenario? Wait, okay, bullshit. From Persona, are we talking? Are you talking about Fates? Or are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about Fates.
Okay, Fates. Yeah, there's some incest.
I'm talking about
You can
Fates.
actually bang your bloodline. You can actually bang your genetic sister.
Yes.
What?
She's your cousin sister.
Oh,
They-
cousin sister.
They
So
pulled her out of the ass.
So okay, don't tell me. She's a cousin, but she acts just like a little
Is she
sister.
adopted?
No.
Nope.
No,
Direct blood.
It's the blue-haired one.
No, but if she's a cousin, it's fine in Japan.
Okay. No, that's okay.
This is America, okay?
This is Canada,
This is
actually.
Canada, actually. Like, could you not, please?
We had this...
By the way, I'm losing my shit watching freaking How I Met Your Mother right now with all the Canadian shit. Like, I'm dying internally
mad.
with all the Robin scenes.
I get mad.
I'm just like, what is that? First of all, the Tim Hortons thing was very accurate. Oh, this coffee's quite good. I'm like, it is quite good. Oh, fuck, bud. Go down to that. So one time, bud, I was going down to the lake there with Craig, right?
Going for a rip there?
No, we weren't ripping yet. It was in the morning, right? So we walk up there, right up by the lake there, and a fucking elk just walks out right there, and then Craig goes and he yells at the elk, and the elk charges at him. So Craig, he just whips up there, and he just chucks his Timmy cup right at the elk, and it hits the elk right in the eye there, right?
Was it a roll up the rim cup?
It was, and he grabbed it. You know what he got?
What?
Nothing. Please try again.
Every time.
Yeah, fucking all right. I rolled mine up and I got a free donut, right? So when we were driving to the hospital, right, I dropped him off because, like, again, the elk like really knocked over Craig, right? And so I decided to swing by, just so I was waiting outside having a rip, and I realized I wanted to go get that donut, bud. So yeah, Persona 4 Canada, Persona Canada.
Persona Canada. If Persona 6 isn't set in Canada,
They're not making a 6. 5 is the definitive.
It's the end point?
That's why it's so good.
Oh, but I mean, that's until they do more spin-offs.
And they're gonna you know what's gonna happen?
They're gonna make money.
No, here's the thing. This is gonna make a lot of fuck you money, but I think they might be done with the Persona series and might just rework it into a different franchise and just continue on the gameplay
But Persona
stuff.
itself.
If they, I would be
the continuity of Persona 5 is the end.
So that means that you can go back and you can have a reason to play Persona 1 and Persona 2 because it actually
Those games
feeds
don't
into
actually
that.
exist.
I mean, they do kind of.
They exist on the PS.
Actually, I believe
They only exist among real fans.
No, I believe that
Not among Atlas.
Eternal Punishment, I think, is a canon prequel to Persona 3,
Yes,
whereas Innocent Sin is an alternate universe thing that exists as a video game within Persona 3, and that's really cool. And there's a lot of wait.
No, they're doubling down. They're going to make one game.
Yeah.
There's only one game they can make from here, guys, and they're going to put all their money into it. Catherine 2. That's right, she back.
Oh, no.
The bitch is back.
Yazi is friends with the world's premier Catherine champion. Competitive.
You talking about Rocco Bot from Mega 64?
We'll give a shout out
in the video that I will only describe as I've never seen the shark jump and then loop twice in the air. I was going like, oh, it's a bit much. It's a bit. I was like, oh, just two hands up. Like, how about no?
But yeah, shout out to Dacid Bro. We are sorry that we didn't actually get to meet you when we were in California.
I was actually just scared because I've made a vow to face him in Catherine. And maybe I bit off more than I can chew, so I've been looking for excuses not to.
Yeah,
that's actually what's going on.
He won Catherine at Evo.
He won Catherine.
He's an okay.
Yeah, so we got the trophy, and the trophy was like two girls come out dressed as both Catherine, then he got to bang them right on stage in front of everybody. His ultimate reward.
Or go to space, either one.
Oh, go to space, and he goes to space after he bangs both of them.
Yeah.
Which space ending's the best ending.
Space ending is best.
I banged both of them. I'm fucking bouncing. Peace. I'm gonna go be a space pirate. I'm like, that's just the best ending. He laid everyone.
There we go. There's the sequel.
So
he just banged space pirates in a spaceship. I'm all on board. Let's do it up.
So going to tactical RPGs.
No, let's go back. I want to talk more about Space Bang Bus.
Space Bang
Bus. I want to talk about my Fire Emblem husband.
Going back to tactical RPGs, there is one more that I want to
of course there is.
bring up.
What, Jeff? You want to talk? That's fucking, I don't know.
Unheard of.
That's unheard of.
Well,
So
you put us in the room together. We're gonna gang up on you.
Of course. My two lovers are here.
That's being way too gracious with me on that one. You're being
okay. My two
your,
fuck buddies.
No, you're being way. Once again. First of all, you're not buds with her, okay?
Who do you think
She hates me.
Let's be real here. And second of all, if we're fucking fuck buddies, are you just fucking my wallet by not paying me with those promotional sponsorships there, bud? Because there's a lot of Timmies I need to get for me and Craig down by the lake.
But yeah, so.
Jeff's like, but back to me.
But let's talk.
Away from the money, I'm not paying.
But back to what I want to.
I guess he did pay for dinner, right?
Yeah.
So Sky, you like Skies of Arcadia quite a lot.
Mm-hmm. I'm a fan of pirates. I like pirates are fun.
Pirates are fun.
Pirates are fun.
On that note, I think that you would really love the Trails in the Sky series because it's got a similar Castle in the Sky-esque tone to Skies of Arcadia.
Okay.
And it has sky pirates.
I mean, like, are they good sky pirates?
They're real good sky pirates.
I'm sorry. Okay, on a scale from Skies of Arcadia to what's that one anime with sky pirates?
There's lots of them.
I know. I'm just trying to think.
Have you seen Castle in the Sky?
Yeah.
The sky pirates in there.
So they're all a big incest family?
Yeah, it kind of.
Did they just start walking out of her eventually?
Like she rolls up like a clown car. Yeah. So as somebody who likes Skies of Arcadia, have you played Valkyria Chronicles?
No, actually, you know what? Here's the thing. Truthfully, I didn't. I watched a friend play it for about 20 hours. Me and Zito wanted to stream it and make that our stream game. We're switching up the streaming schedule now in TFS Gaming, so I might get back to it. But I already know for a fact it's up my alley.
It is.
It's completely up my alley because it's like what if you sent your waifus to war?
But it's not just like it's got so many good waifus.
No, there's a lot of good tiers of waifu in there.
And like
there's racist waifu.
Racist waifu.
Totally not a metaphor for Jewish for a Jew and one.
Innocent cinnamon roll Jew waifu.
Eats a bullet. Sorry, spoilers.
Twin tail tsundere waifu.
Yeah,
that is a huge spoiler, and that's one of the saddest moments in any video.
Spoilers
game.
For Valkyria Chronicles. Jew waifu dies.
Jew waifu dies bad.
I hate that we just have. I think we're just.
Every single time, I think we're gonna get through this podcast without spoiling something huge. You're like, oh yeah, by the way, Sarah dies. God damn it, Taka.
You're gonna have to put spoilers at the beginning.
No,
Not
I'm too lazy for that. It shouldn't surprise anybody at this point. I was recommending people. I guess it's old enough. Just don't spoil Valkyria Chronicles 2 or 3.
So you guys want to know episode 5 ends?
No.
Ow.
Oh, I'm sorry. She just got a piercing.
In the face, guys.
That's good. Don't you? Is that how she got bronchitis? She just took a whole wad of it from your own throat and just crammed it down hers.
With my tongue.
These are my opinions. You will regurgitate them. That's your body rejecting your opinions, man.
Yeah,
Jeff, you gotta go.
So Valkyria Chronicles, great, really, really fun game. Really great waifus. There's also the side waifus.
Side waifus.
I mean, even Alicia is a really good waifu. She's the tsundere main waifu.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
Baker waifu.
All I know is that there's the most important character, which is for no reason John DiMaggio's in this game as one character.
As this drill sergeant, he's amazing.
He's like, let me tell you right now, I'm gonna get you. Like he.
Oh wait, no.
That's
a different. He's two different characters.
Yeah, he
plays the drill sergeant, but he also plays.
But he's also the
guy who has a crush on Largo.
He plays the gay bazooka. He plays the
gay bazooka guy who has a crush on vegetables.
He's like, I got a big cannon blast for you, and just shoots. It's always offensively gay in every scene.
And that's how Japan rolls, though.
Well, the thing
that's
is,
how Japan
you gotta
rolls.
Understand, that's a JRPG with DiMaggio in it. That's a rare thing nowadays.
And the best waifu or one of the best waifus in that game is Edie, who really, really wants to be an idol singer and can't sing for shit.
Okay, that's again. They always got to put the idol character in. It's always got to put that's why in Persona 5. Is there an idol character?
Yes. Kind of.
No? Good.
I mean, kind of.
Who are you thinking?
Anne?
No.
Okay, anyway.
Anne's just pretty.
Anne's just pretty.
She is, though. For real, she's just like a quarter, I think, white. So
she's a quarter white, therefore that makes her American.
No,
But acceptably, but still acceptably Japanese.
Exactly. But yeah, so Edie is great because she wants to be an idol, but she can't.
Why can't Lin-Manuel make the next Persona game?
That'd be fun.
Could you imagine that with all the freestyle Lin-Manueling rapping in the middle of Persona game? Starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Wait, why can't Lin-Manuel and Hideo Kojima work together to make the next Persona game? Just really fuck my mind. Cast Dwayne The Rock Johnson as the lead character.
Do you want me to get into the licensing reasons?
Oh, no, I didn't. Here's the thing. Just ask, hey, Lin, do you want to make the next Persona game? All right, but I want to have black people in it. Oh, no deal.
No deal.
Japan. Anyways.
But yeah.
That sounded racist. I'm just saying that you don't usually see African-American characters in a lot of JRPGs.
They're
starting to show up.
They're an interesting novelty from Japanese perspectives.
And that's the truth. That's why Sword Art Online is so odd. One of the main characters is black.
One of the main characters is tan.
Oh, God. Can't have anything. But he looks African-American.
Yeah.
He got the bald head and everything.
Egel, I don't know what's going on with him.
He owns his own bar and wears a suit. We're going places with this.
All of the black people in anime are bar owners for some reason.
They're all Russian bar owners.
They're all Russian bar owners. But yeah.
You talking about my do rah 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 rah. I love to. My favorite part about the show is forgetting everyone's fucking name. And I'm just like, all right, who are they talking about? That guy with the toque. I mean, I wish I could just change the name of people. Guy to toque. Man, what are we going to do when the guy with the toque shows up? Guy with the toque shows up. Guy with toque! Because, like, their names are all very Japanese, which is sometimes throws me off in Japanese RPGs, is sometimes I forget characters' names. Because they're not... Because I'll remember Steve and Dan and Reg... and Cliff, and Martin. However, Kazuki, Sabaki, I won't remember the difference between them because I was not raised around that being normal. Like being
some big bumps in the audio.
Oh, we are. That is not the normal of what I'm used to. I'm used to a very different way. So sometimes I'll get lost in a JRPG just because I get bungled with the names, unfortunately, and that's because of how uncultured I am. And that's an unfortunate thing. With some RPGs have, like, for example, in Persona 5, everyone's names are super Japanese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of things that actually I don't know how they're going to carry over for...
No, that's why they have a bunch of extra translating they have to do now.
I know, but there's so many, like,
I've
cultural puns, and there's so many play on words, so it's just like...
I have a friend who's on the QA team, and they have told me that it's being done well. And they haven't censored anything.
Good.
Which
don't, because I know the subject material in 5 is really uncomfortable. Oh, I already know what one of the dungeons is. And I heard what it was, and I was like, okay.
The first one?
I was like, balls to them. That sounds like that's a strong start. No spoilers.
It only gets worse from there.
I know, and that's the starting point.
Yeah, the first dungeon is like, and then it's heavy.
You thought 4 was uncomfortable at some places, for example, with kanji or.
No. I mean, and 3 saves most of its really uncomfortable stuff for social links. The guy who wants to bang his teacher, and that's the least controversial one out of all of them.
I still root for him every day.
You root for him?
I root for him.
Yeah, I do.
Is that the one guy in class you mean? He's like
Kenji.
Kenji, yeah.
Man, that guy is so fucking boring. He's like so like, hi there.
I know.
It's classmate. It's classmate Tan. That's his.
But the thing is, when you escalate his story, he genuinely is actively trying to bang your homeroom teacher.
Isn't she hot?
She's real hot.
That's why he wants to bang. What's up?
She flirts with you online.
See.
That's a different teacher. That's right.
Yeah.
No, she plays Maya in the online game.
Yeah.
And
that's actually the character from Innocent Sin.
Yeah.
So in
that's the protagonist from Innocent Sin.
Innocent Sin Online is the game that they're playing, and you play the male protagonist, and she plays Maya.
Yeah.
And you talk to each other.
There's no
online.
one else. So the game's dead.
It's a dead MMO. There's basically no players,
just
and
you two.
So you social link with your teacher through that, and you never actually find out in the story that it's her, but it's obviously her.
What's in the little epilogue thing if you finish the social link?
And She's a real good character.
But Persona 5's fucked up. It's great.
Persona 5's
Perfect. Good and fucked up. They just doubled down on the fucked up.
Well, like that's what people were waiting for, though.
That's that. Guess what? And I can already see the boycotts rolling out. And here's the thing. It doesn't portray any of the things in a positive light.
Not at all.
No.
And there you go. Like, well, it shouldn't be a game. Why can't we talk about it? Why can't we talk about really uncomfortable subjects?
Oh my god.
Like even like here's the thing. Truthfully, like Persona 4 tackled sexual identity pretty good actually, because in the end, Kanji thought he was gay. He's not gay. He's asexual.
Yeah.
But he can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Because he's a teenager. Like he doesn't know. He thinks he's gay. So he's having this existential crisis, and he's just asexual because it doesn't matter about gender for him. It's about the personality. So
which is why he's in love with Naoto.
Exactly.
Which is a great ship.
What part? No, he likes that stoicism.
You don't like Naoto.
So he's like comes up saying,
wait. Okay, so I just
So you just want to know, hi, what's going on? My name's Kanji. So do you like? So what kind of guys do you like? I like really intelligent guys. Oh, okay.
E equals MC squared.
Do you like in winter time the poles get colder.
Thanks, Kanji.
That's true, Kanji. And in World War II, we gave up.
Kanji, that's a bit of a oversimplification, but like,
so yeah, but that's pretty cool. Do you want to hang out or some shit?
Okay.
Just flex it over here by myself.
So I've got both of you in the room together right now.
That's good.
And I just need to I want you both to say on 3 what you think of Rise.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Best girl.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I thought you said she was trash.
I don't actively I think Chie is trash. I don't actively
Oh!
I don't actively dislike Rise.
Okay.
I don't actively like. First of all, the actress does an amazing. I'm sorry.
So you're sitting with one of the greatest Chie cosplayers of all time.
No, I'm not. She's tall. Chie is short.
Oh, throwing shade all over the place.
See, when I cosplay as my character, I make sure I look like them. There's my Loki stats right there.
Your Loki was really good.
Thank you very much. It's like unlike her Chie. She looks so mad at me. So I hope you fly angrily tomorrow to Japan and enjoy your thing. Like you're sitting there dancing to a song. I can't believe you.
No. I'm gonna go home.
But
I'm gonna get my Chie cosplay. I'm gonna stand outside of your door.
But yeah, no. Like all joking aside, I think all the characters are great. But when I have to take part in the reset, and by the way, I'm just giving you. Your Chie actually looks pretty good. It's just that you are taller.
She's 5'6". That's not.
That's fine. Fucking Chie's 5'2". Okay.
Sorry. She's the height Chie would be if Chie was.
Also,
white.
you're white. You have a lot moving against you for your perfect cosplay. Like, I look Nordic, and I'm cosplaying as Loki. Like, I'm the perfect flavor of white for that cosplay.
It's true.
That's true. But we have to answer some questions here pretty soon.
We got to go into our weeks, and then we got to answer some questions.
But also, Risa's the best, so.
That's true.
I did just want to float one last point about JRPGs that I think is an important thing to note. I think JRPGs are better on handhelds.
Yes.
Disagree.
I agree. I'm sorry.
Here's the thing. Chrono Trigger wasn't on.
But Chrono Trigger is better on Nintendo DS.
It was a console game.
But okay. So
look, you're inhaling because I just made a fucking great point. You're like
the way
I can't just point. I just can't just blindly agree with him.
No. But the thing is, I played Chrono Trigger. Yep. I tried to play through Chrono Trigger on PlayStation. Yeah.
The worst system.
The worst version of it because it has load times. Mm-hmm. I picked up Chrono Trigger for Super Nintendo. Mm-hmm. But the way that I actually finished playing through Chrono Trigger was not on DS because that game hates R4s. And I haven't picked up the DS version. Although the DS version is better in terms of it's got more content.
I have it.
But
do you want to borrow it?
I don't have time for it now.
No, I don't play.
She's making me play Fire Emblem right now.
That's
but are you gonna fuck your sister?
Maybe.
I've already lined up all the waifus. I've already.
Oh, she's got a plan for.
Do all the girls just end up pregnant with your seed at the end of the game?
No. But there are children.
She does have. She has a ship omakase that she's.
I have.
You have to. Okay. What was your final thought though?
No.
So, The way that I finally ended up playing through Chrono Trigger and really enjoying it was I emulated it on my phone.
Oh.
Next, you're gonna say you watch anime on cassette, man.
And that's the thing. Like, the thing is with JRPGs,
He only downloads the best Kaizoku fan subs for his One Piece.
with a Super Nintendo game, I feel like it's okay to pirate. At the point where they don't sell it anymore,
I know, I'm just making fun of you.
it's okay.
This is where I think crime's okay. You know, this is my point where I think crime
if
is.
there's no victims,
If there's you can download it on the you can download it on the Wii U shop and you can take it with you on the go and walk around with your Wii U everywhere.
That's a good. Way to
and
do
just your Wii U everywhere. By everywhere I mean only about 20 feet away from your Wii U console. That's why I can't wait for the Nintendo Switch.
The Switch is going to be
Switch
great.
is gonna let you go 40 feet.
But
Switch you can go on the train. Didn't you see the ad? The person was on the train playing their games because they just want everyone. Hey, rob me! I have a Switch.
But the Switch. The Switch, I think, will be a great console for JRPGs because you can get that I'm sitting at home, I'm playing this on a big TV, and I'm experiencing the big moments thing. And then you can take it on the go and actually enjoy the battles because JRPG battles are a little bit monotonous. You
can only enjoy the battles on the mini screen, though, according to your logic.
I think that it's better
I'm gonna needle your argument.
I think that it's better to be walking around the environment for a few minutes at a time, playing out a few battles, and then putting it away to pick up later. I think that that's the most engaging way to get through grinding in a JRPG.
See, I'm the opposite. I like it being handheld because I like to get fully into it.
And also, you can lie in bed.
Like, for example, I took the SkyTrain the other day, and I just played Pokemon the entire time.
Yeah.
And I got done the whole area. I was like, yeah, that's good. I really enjoy it.
I like going like balls deep into a JRPG where I just sit there and wherever I want to play,
and
play it.
If you're on a plane, it's a great time to play a JRPG. If you're
it's a great time to take Ativan actually, which I. I took those for my last 2 flights, and let me tell you, I slept right through them.
Go to advan.com/
advan.com/basement
/basement to get all your over-the-counter drug needs.
All your pre-flight needs.
But some people use weed, some people use alcohol, most people use alcohol. I choose a high-powered form of sedatives because I'm crazy on planes. Because of one nightmarish plane. When are we gonna?
We're okay. So my argument for JRPGs being better on handhelds is basically you can take them to bed, you can take them wherever you want to go.
You don't have you can't play your RPGs on your bed. What kind of setup do you have? That's my bed right there, and I've played plenty of RPG and fallen asleep with it.
That's the thing.
I'm not going to let you win on this one.
If I had a nice couch in front of it, that would. But you still have to crane your neck.
You're right. I got to agree. Skies of Arcadia is my favorite handheld game. Oh wait, it's not.
Skies of Arcadia would be better on handheld.
No, it wouldn't.
Skies of Arcadia will be better when I'm emulating it on this laptop.
GameCube controller in your hand. What part of this perfect heaven are you just forgetting, Geoff? I like Geoff just making faces. Are you just being contrarian? Yes, Geoff. That's why you've hired me onto this podcast, to be a contrarian to you.
To fight me.
I'm gonna fight you no matter how pointless the fight is.
All right.
That's why you keep me around. Fight you when he's not around. Right?
Exactly.
There we go. It all makes sense now.
For one of the first days I met him, never gonna kiss your ass. And he's like, well, can you think about it at least?
That was the second time we hung out after MagFest.
Can you think about it? No, Geoff. Let me tell you how the totem pole works. One day, just hope one day I'm renting the apartment from you.
Hey, listen. My mom said I have to talk to Geoff nicer. I was like, Mom, you don't get it.
Well, you just don't.
You just don't get it. He is bully fodder. That's what he is.
That's what I was in high school. That's what I was in elementary school, and that's what I am as a YouTuber now.
This is where Geoff separate me from Geoff. Geoff has hustle. I want to be left alone.
And you are good at making people do that.
Thank you so much. What, making you leave me alone?
Yeah.
Let's talk. Are we talking about my former relationships?
Oh, no. I wasn't trying to make you sad. All right, let's get into our weeks.
Well, you two hung out.
Yeah, Yazzie got here yesterday. I've been spending the whole time writing stuff so that I'm ready for our trip to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And trying out games on the laptop to see if they work so I can be ready for our trip to Japan.
I let a strange man touch my lizard's butt. It was all for his health, so it's fine.
Yeah, so you went to the vet for your skink.
He was famous.
You have a skink?
I do. He's beautiful. Like
She also has a bearded dragon.
Yeah, but
So
more.
that skink is one of the greatest names of an animal. You're like, man, it almost sounds bad.
I know.
And you,
Skank, stank, stink, stank.
and you know what's great about skink?
What?
Nature rejects.
No, but
That
skinks.
sounds like it would be the name of one of the Team Skull members. From
It kind of does.
Yeah, man, what's going on, skink? You don't know much, man.
So skinks are half snake and half
Not
lizard.
even. They're 3/4 snake.
They're 3/4 snake
And
with a
some
little bit of
accidental
little
legs.
retarded, not evolved legs. But what's great about skinks, if you have a skink, is you can engage in skink shaming.
Ooh,
Ah,
skink.
yes.
I like the skink shame.
Yeah.
Skink shaming is my key.
He's
So-
a fat nature. Okay.
And so you have a very long skink.
He's very long. Very fat too, but
It leaves a very long skink trail. We're here all night, folks.
What have I done? So you went to the vet with your skink.
yes, he was famous because he was so large.
And you've been playing a lot of Pokemon.
Yes, that's about it. And being
And being dead.
dead. Yeah, being
Dead.
sick.
I did actually give her bronchitis. That wasn't a joke. I had a regular cold, and then I kissed her.
And then I sleep in the fucking Arctic.
You sleep in the
And
Arctic.
Don't leave my bed, so.
And you had like a 6-hour drive and lots of others.
Wow, it could have been so much less if someone drove.
It could
Imagine how
have been.
avoidable it was.
This is Geoff shaming.
Jeff shaming.
Welcome to Geoff Shaming Hour.
That's this whole podcast. But yeah, so what I
Jeff, why do you lick doorknobs in public restrooms so incessantly? You just lick up the whole line of it, just to make sure you get all the grime in your mouth.
And that's how I got
And
sick.
then you just shove the tongue down her throat and just apply it like butter on a bread, a piece of bread.
Because I live somewhere where I have to pay to go to the doctor.
yeah, it's just my way of keeping you under control.
Yes, there
You
we
could
go.
have socialized healthcare if you fight for it, Americans.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, they can't. They tried,
No.
and now they're losing it.
Yep.
But we're not getting into that discussion. What I did basically was I tried to research and watch anime and stuff to get ready to write more videos. And then on the flip side of things, I got a little bit into Quantum Break on my new laptop, which is a fun video game. Surprisingly, the thing is, I didn't expect to like it because it's a story-driven action-adventure a lot like Uncharted. But the thing is, Remedy actually makes good video games.
That one's on the Xbox, right?
That one's on the Xbox One and PC.
That's why no one played it.
And
It's on the
that's
Xbox.
the thing is, you would think 6-hour linear story-driven game. That's not normally my cup of tea. But the thing is that the game feel in this, the time-stopping powers feel so good to use.
No, it's
fun.
The thing is, they made this mistake of putting it on only one console and then charging $70 for it.
But
When they should
Remedy's
be
owned by Microsoft.
and that's exactly the problem, which is why some games are just going to be. It's like when games come out for the Xbox. You notice how there isn't a big fervor for it. It's because people don't care. Like the new Gears of War game dropped, and it's a shame I'm not going to play it.
It's a shame it's not on PS4.
That's literally what my mentality. It's a shame. I'd love to give them my money.
But
I'd love to play that one.
But the thing is, you can because you have a Windows 10 PC. Windows 10 PCs, you could just play it on that. That's what I've been using this laptop for when I'm not editing videos on it, which is what I spent the money on.
That's fair.
And I mean, I played that. I played a little bit of Watch Dogs 2 on here, which is surprisingly fun. And I have been meaning to play Titanfall 2, which is another Xbox exclusive that came out on a different console and now actually matters. Titanfall 2 is actually really good.
Yeah, everyone says Titanfall 2 is pretty good.
you-
There's a lot of games that came out the game, because here's the thing. I'll talk about my week now.
Yeah.
So my week. All right, so just been working on Hellsing.
Uh-huh.
I've been recording a lot of actors. I'm going to record Jeff in a couple minutes here. Real fast after we jump through this. I played a lot of Planet Coaster. That's the game I'm sinking my time into. I love it. It's amazing. It's everything I love because I'm actually a big sucker for simulator games. I like buildings. I like building. I like building the machine and watching it work. That's actually one of my favorite things to do. I've been working on that, and I've been watching How I Met Your Mother at the same time in the background. I've been getting in touch, plugging through, because I can do two things.
How I Met Your Mother is a great ignore it and do something else show.
Oh, that's just sitcoms in general. That's just sitcoms in general. So I'm just getting through.
I mean, Seinfeld you have to pay attention to.
You do. There's some shows you can get away with that.
Yeah.
Also that, and Star Trek, and just working on projects. I got a lot of voiceover done this week. We started DBcember. Newest DBZ episode launched.
Which was great, by the way.
I got to record for Broly here soon. I'm not playing Broly, but I'm going to record for the movie. I have lines in the movie.
But you're not Broly.
I am not Broly. Of course, no. We got someone else is playing Broly.
So we got a question from the mailbag. When Broly?
When Broly? Christmas.
Yeah, they already went.
I know, but
Even I knew that.
Christmas, and boy, oh boy, what a Christmas present that's going to be. It is the longest script we have ever written.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, it's I think it's over. Is it over 20 or 30 pages long?
They were talking about the hype of it on our Dragon Ball Z today.
On what?
On our DBZ.
They've been talking about the hype of
RDBZ. What's that?
On
Reddit.
Oh!
DBZ subreddit.
Oh, they are. They're talking about the Broly movie. Yeah.
That's why I knew it was coming out on Christmas.
I mean,
honestly, I wish the movie was more workable. I honestly wish it was a better movie because we can have more fun with it. But it's just not a good movie. It's just not good.
Yeah.
It's actually quite bad, and we kind of lean into that sometimes. Like Broly, the character, is like we just point out the ludicrousness of the entire movie, and we just eventually this is where a lot of the characters are starting to notice that they're in movies, and they're starting to notice wait, this isn't as fun as the last one. The last one was a bit more fun. What about the next one? Will be yours though. Gohan, you got it.
I mean, okay, so you guys did World's Strongest so well.
Thank you.
I think that the extra stuff that you wrote in for Brain in the Jar, his character.
We're trying to we were trying to I don't know. It's just the movies are one time we can just go against the canon that they have, and with Broly it's I don't know. We're I'll say it ends oddly, but then again, there's 2 more Broly movies, and I think we already know what we're gonna do for the 3rd Broly movie. We actually have a joke planned.
For Bio Broly?
We already have a joke planned for Bio Broly. We already know how we're going to do Bio Broly, and we already know what we're going to lean into, and it's pretty great, and I'm really happy about it. And it has the best ending ever, because we wrote the ending 7 years ago.
Oh, hey, that's something that they did on How I Met Your Mother.
They wrote the ending,
Yeah, it's interesting. So
I'm talking about How I Met Your Mother way too much this week. God damn it.
The one thing that I really, really respect about How I Met Your Mother, which also ruins the ending because
it ruins white people. You watch that show and I hate white people slowly while watching it.
But so they wrote themselves into a corner by having the series be as long as it was.
Yeah.
But the thing was that they committed to the ending from point 1 because they had to record the kids reacting to the ending way back at the beginning of the show because those kids grew up.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I do respect about How I Met Your Mother is that it's
my favorite anime.
Leaned into that.
It's my favorite anime.
But yeah, sorry.
Bonnie-sama. Bonnie Sensei.
But yeah.
Tedono.
I am
Robin Tran. Okay, I'll stop. I
am really excited to see you guys do future DBZ movies. Not necessarily Broly, because like you said,
Fusion Reborn.
Oh,
everyone should be chomping at the bit at Fusion Reborn because that's where we're gonna merge Vegeta and Goku's characters into the same character together. Our abridged versions of those characters will merge.
So
everyone batten on down. It's going to be a lot of fun in the Buu Saga. And also, Dende came back.
Thank God.
But boy, and everyone's like, "Whoa, he's changed!" And we have a joke plan for that too. It just got boring, Just sitting there, everyone just planning. It's fucking awful. So I started becoming cynical and. Are you happy that you're here? I'm not going to admit I'm happy that I'm here, But then later on in the Buu Saga, he's alive the whole fucking time. He doesn't die in the Buu Saga. Yeah. Him and Hercule are on the sidelines for most of the saga, commentating on everything.
That's why they're my favorites.
Dende is God, Hercules, Mr. Satan. So the last two people alive on Earth
are God and Satan.
Are God and Satan. Oh, that's funny. Oh my God, that is good. That's awful, but it's funny. Because Dende's going to be sassing the whole fucking time.
And your version of Dende, where you've gone with him, has been pretty good.
Don't make me snap my fingers in a Z.
Oh, I like you.
Oh,
that's the timer.
That's the timer.
We gotta go into questions, and I wanted to talk about how I have compulsions.
I want to talk about how
I wanted to talk about my compulsions with simulator games, but we don't have time for that. So
simulator games are cocaine.
They are cocaine.
Just load up on that dopamine. Inject it into my veins, Planet Coaster. Oh my God, my park has a 2,000 score. Ah!
That's why I kill people in Coaster Takeown.
Play footsies with Geoff. Geoff.
So
Geoff.
Let's start with a topical question from Radiax10. I almost said Radlax10, which is
going up his inner thigh.
Hold on. This is why I'm here.
Your legs are up, my legs are down. It's her.
It's her.
Just look right at me, Geoff. It's her.
I knew it was coming, and it was still uncomfortable.
There you go.
So Radiax10 asks, what do you think of the announcement of the new code Geass? Personally, I think it shouldn't happen. It will just ruin what came before. It was already ruined.
It's always been bad.
Yeah.
It's been bad. Well, I mean,
It's never been good. It's always been okay.
It's always been Jibun mo seka.
I need to leave.
At first I jibuo, but then I Sakai no hido ba izu walu. Use Lysol to clean up stains on the counter. Yeah.
I'm back. Never mind. I'm only in code Geass for the waifus, and even then,
they're okay.
They're kind of letting me down.
I mean,
they're okay. There's only okay waifu.
I
hate code Geass because I met my abusive ex-girlfriend when she was dressed as what's-her-face with green hair.
CC?
So now I can't unsee her as CC.
Oh, wait, C2.
C2. I don't, whatever the
but
fuck.
But it's CC, but it's C2.
Is it C squared?
It's C squared.
I'm sorry, code Ment is all I need for my code Geass.
So what I hate about code Geass is, okay, so there were two really good psychological thriller series in my growing up period watching anime. Yeah. One of them was Death Note. One of them was Code Geass.
Yep.
And Death Note jumped the shark a little.
Death Note wrote itself into a corner. It wrote the most amazing story, and then they realized they had to write more of it. And they're like,
But actually, okay, so looking back, Death Note is actually... It was what he intended to do from the beginning. He intended to write 108 chapters to account for the 108 years or something in Buddhism. Anyway, that was actually like an intended thing. Yep. And I think that Nier and Mello are kind of necessary to the story in that they prove that Kira can never win, which is the point of them showing up. But they're shoehorned in there, and they're badly written.
It was an okay story, but it was badly written after
the best story.
Now they're making a Netflix series. They're basing it in Seattle. Al is black.
That's great.
Okay, and you know who's playing Ryuk, right?
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe is playing Ryuk. Now, so far, I'm like, all right, it's in Seattle. It's like starring Light Turner. It's a white kid, and Al is black. And Matsuda is black, and like the whole crew is all of American ethnicity, but it's going to be the Death Note story, and they're going to make it for Netflix. And again,
and they're filming it in Vancouver.
And they filmed it in Vancouver. And here's the thing, okay?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. My whole mentality about this is simple. Okay, so Death Note had a great manga. It had a great anime. Mm-hmm. It had a great live action series and great movies.
Yeah.
In Japan, if they want that franchise to get any bigger, They have to adapt it. They have to adapt it to an American audience because then they can present it on one of the best platforms, Netflix.
And you know what?
And if that works, that means we're going to get more anime adaptions, and I'm fine with that.
And you know what's great about it?
What's that?
It's going up against Ghost in the Shell.
Yep, and which already looks better than it should.
That movie could actually be okay at least. But
it's got Beat Takeshi in it. I feel like someone pointed out that's the greatest apology for not making the main character
Japanese,
Asian.
yeah.
But we got beat Takeshi. Well, I guess that's okay.
Yeah, but
go get eliminated.
But I mean, they're making Death Note more diverse, and they're going to be competing.
The story of Death Note is cooler than the ethnicity of the actors.
Yes, exactly.
The story of Death Note's great. That's going to be great. Mainstream audiences are going to lose their fucking minds with this story. They're like they're gonna fall in love with this shit all over again, even if the ethnicities and the settings are different, because they don't need to make they honestly need to change it to make it more appealing to the dumb American masses. But if they want it to make lots of money, it'll do it that way.
But Death Note is already one of the most. I think it might actually be on MAL the most popular anime.
It might be one of
in North America.
It might be one of the most approachable animes, at least.
And Death Note is great. But anyway, Death Note jumped the shark a little. Code Geass jumped the shark a lot.
Oh, the whole concept was shark jumping.
It was shark jumping from the get-go.
It had giant mechs. It started with mechs.
But the thing that just...
That was our jumping point.
The thing that killed it for me is the moment when Lelouch is talking to his sister, and he's just like, yeah, I can control people's minds. So hypothetically, if I were to tell you to commit mass genocide on the 11s, you do it. And at the exact moment that he says that phrase, his eye activates on its own for no reason except that his powers are breaking. And it's like the degree of coincidence that has to go into that. He has to say that specific series.
It sounds very comedic almost.
But it's a key turning point in the story. Mm-hmm. And so he has to say that exact sentence instead of, so if I said, jump on one foot and rub your tummy, or if I said, kiss me even though I'm your brother, which it's anime, they would go for it.
Even your brother, I'm just kidding. That's like a quagmire. That's like, but I might say like, all the girls should have sex with me in school on a PA system. Not really though.
Not really. You know, I don't want them consenting. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Ting tang, walla walla bing bang.
The moment at the end of the Cleveland show. So, Peter, when do I get my show? Quagmire, you're a rapist.
You're not gonna get your own show.
That's one of my. But anyway, Code Geass. Going back to Code Geass,
fuck it. Why not? Let's slap another cart onto this train going nowhere.
Code Geass, he could have said in that scene. He could have said, so if I were to tell you to suck my dick, if I were to tell you to eat a dog, if I were to tell you to jump out of a building, he could have said literally anything.
Walk.
But but the first thing that jumps to his mind is,
I don't know what's funny here, the fact that Mercy's blind, the fact that Shinji isn't.
Yeah.
Again, Code Ment, have you ever seen it? It's a Code Geass abridged series. You should watch it.
I should.
There's a good 15 episodes of it. It is so fucking funny because Lelouch is insane. And it is so funny. I can't even describe. They also make Suzaku just pants on head dumb. You ever see the soup aisle? Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Fuck you! It's that guy's show.
Okay.
The soup store bit is one of the best comedy bits of all time.
Okay, so I definitely need to watch that. See, I have trepidation about getting into a bridge series because as somebody who just judged the Abridge-a-thon, you can probably agree with me on this. A lot of them are bad.
No, there's a fair amount. There's a lot of them just are unfortunately a lot of them are just unmemorable.
Mm-hmm. There's this really shitty one about Hellsing I saw once.
Yeah. Really? It was just shitty? How popular was it though?
Too popular for
how shitty it was.
No, I know, right? If only your opinion weighed as much as all of the people who liked it. Oh wait, it does. Oh wait, there's only one of you and there's a million of them. Go fuck
damn it
yourself with an iron pipe.
Okay, in my defense, I've actually never seen Hellsing.
You never seen Hellsing?
I know.
We need to watch it together.
Actually, you guys sit down and watch Drifters.
Drifters is...
It's cash money.
Listen,
Drifters full of the throttle.
Singing na 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 na. I say what?
I can't wait until they have to replace that in the
So
dub version.
they're already doing the dub version of it.
With the song?
I think so.
Will they be able to put it out on DVD with that song?
I wonder if that was part of the deal when they licensed it.
Maybe.
Because the thing it syncs up with it. But anyways, we're getting off the track. Okay, so like new code Geass,
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't even make it through R2, so...
I can't do it.
Okay, so we got some more questions. I asked for JRPG questions on Twitter.
Okay. Speedrun these motherfuckers.
Before asking this. Griffin Lopata asks, best final boss in a JRPG and favorite JRPG released in the last 5 years.
Best JRPG last 10 years?
5.
5 years? We say Persona 5 might be one of the best.
Right now for me, yes.
Do you think it's better than Final Fantasy 15?
She hasn't played Final Fantasy 15. She watched me stream it.
That was basically just car simulated a game.
We barely talked about 15 at all.
I have nothing to say about 15. Two of us haven't played it.
Yeah.
And also bosses.
And I mean, 15. 15's cool. It's got a good core cast, but it's glitchy as fuck.
For me, I love the Skies of Arcadia airship bosses. Mm-hmm. Like those are so much fun to fight against. The actual battling system with the airships in Skies of Arcadia is so much fun.
So the last airship boss in Skies of Arcadia.
Oh, what a hell of a boss fight!
That's a good boss fight. That is really strong.
No, it's because you're in an airship for fun. All your upgrades led to this.
Okay, I'm gonna trump both of you right now. Best final boss in a JRPG, Lavos from Chrono Trigger.
That's pretty good.
Lavos, you can go to fight him at any time. Every time no matter when you fight him, it changes the timeline.
Yeah.
It's real good.
He's a really well structured and positioned villain.
Yeah, I mean, he's not story-wise, he's just a natural disaster that you have to stop. But in terms of how that fight plays out and the implications that it has for that story, man, the cosmic horror in the core of the planet is a cool final boss. And unlike many Final Fantasy final bosses, actually well established early in the plot.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like a shitposter because I keep going back to Persona, but I actually thought Nyx was a really good final boss.
Nyx Avatar is a
Nyx
fucking
was a
amazing
great
final
From what?
boss.
Persona 3.
Persona 3.
Oh, again, I didn't play Persona 3. Okay.
No, but having Nyx go through every single Arcana is actually really, and it's not like I thought fighting the Velvet Room Girls is fucking infuriating because of their rules. Mm-hmm. For me, that's too much.
Yeah.
But fighting Nyx is challenging. Nyx, you have to have everything ready for,
but you can use Megiddo on him. You can use Armageddon, which, by the way, use Armageddon. Oh man,
it's just such a long, fun fight.
Boy, do I ever love Armageddon. That spell combo. You have to work for that is the thing. So when you get it, you feel like you've earned it. But yeah, I would say best JRPG in the last 5 years for me would be Legend of Heroes: Trails in Cold Steel.
Yep. Really? You enjoyed that game? I didn't get that from this podcast.
I'm shocked.
Best one from 5 years for me? Actually, I can't really think of a JRPG that was released in the last 5 years that really jumped out.
Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth?
Yeah, that'd probably be the only one that I even remotely care about.
Yeah.
I just played it because, I missed me some Digimon and I heard it played like Persona a little bit.
It does, and it's really good.
It is pretty good, and I gotta get back to it. I need to beat that game before another game comes out that I need to beat. Hey, they're gonna start piling up again. I gotta beat Pokemon, and I gotta not sink a million hours into Planet Coaster.
Yeah. Valkyria Chronicles has a good final boss fight too. Yeah. When you start playing that, let me know because that's one of my favorite games ever. I don't know if you got that from this.
No, I didn't know.
So we got a question from Wannabe Reviewer, who asks, the subject line is getting your name out and making money. His question is,
I'm not here.
Gotta hit that street, getting your name out there, making money.
Hey there, Weebcast. As a very amateur and new YouTube creator, I was hoping for some advice on two things. Number one, how do I get my name out there so that the videos I make are actually being watched?
Have titties.
And that's good advice. And number two, say my videos are being watched and I develop a fan base, then what? How do you actually start making money off your work? Thanks, and I hope to hear back soon. Sincerely, Wannabe Reviewer. P.S. If interested, my YouTube channel is what he said. Yeah. Although he's very new and is working on his third video right now.
Nice.
It's consistency.
Yeah.
That's what breeds a fan base, and that's consistency, and you be able to put ads on your videos. You just got to breed a consistent style that people come to expect and appreciate. And
I agree that consistency is important, but you do need a boost to get your name out there initially, especially with how YouTube's recommendation algorithm works now. Nobody's going to see your stuff unless you're self-promoting. And I like the way that I did it was I was part of the Reddit's anime community already.
Yeah.
And I put my videos up there and I was like, hey guys, what do you think? And I wasn't even trying to get famous at that point. I was like, what do you think of this format? Do you think it would be good? I got like 500 subscribers in a day. I was like, okay, I'm going to keep making these videos. Yep. And then the next one didn't do...
You can track data. Data explains. For example, the new algorithm is interesting because our episode made number 19 on the algorithm. We were on the front page. Trending. We were like, all right, that's interesting. I mean, like, we pull, like, our show, based on how the algorithm works, is going to do really well under it. Which is actually like kind of interesting, but
the algorithm's kind of inside baseball talk.
It's just YouTube's changed. And
I think they like serialize stuff more now.
Yeah, and that's why and all I can say is just you gotta once you're actually focused on being good at something, you keep focusing on getting better at it.
Yeah,
like there's no magic formula. I always believe that hard work plus talent equals luck.
Yeah.
And like the harder you work and the more talented you are, the more likely you are to have a break.
Yeah,
because talent can only be denied for so long. If you got insane amount and you hustle, meaning you make contacts with people, however, in a manner that's respectful and not obvious. You're just trying to make contacts with people.
Exactly.
Because the art of networking is to not say it's networking.
The art of networking is to make a friend.
The art of networking is to not be all about the business. Like, for example, like I'm actually, like, when I hung out with Xavier Woods a couple times, we very briefly spoke about business. Aside from that, we were talking about video games the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, the one time that I talked to him, I was like, so Steven Universe, pretty cool.
Yes, it is. That was a great conversation you had with Xavier.
It was a pretty great conversation.
Me, Matt, and Antfish and Xavier Woods actually all played that one game where you have to put the dicks in the butt.
Yes, I remember. Yeah.
Genital jousting. We actually played the video, and everyone's just like, the comment section for that video is something that's truly astounding.
I have been meaning to watch that.
You can create the Ouroboros dick and be fucking yourself in the ass forever.
Yazzy's like, I need this game.
This game sounds interesting.
Goals, though.
That's the truth of it. Like, there's...
Yeah.
Just keep working at it, man. Best of luck.
And keep making good stuff. Put it out where people will see it. Don't be afraid to promote yourself. Don't break the rules of any place. Like, I was only allowed to post stuff on Reddit because I was part of that community for a long period of time, and they understand that I'm not just there to promote myself. Reddit really doesn't like self-promotion in most cases. But, I mean, be part of a community. Have friends, even, who are interested in watching it, and just hope that, and just trust that if you've made something good, your friends will show other people for you.
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth is... It's how you get ahead on YouTube. As for how to make money, turn on AdSense as soon as you can. I was resistant to that for a while.
Don't be.
I thought that people wouldn't want to subscribe because I was looking at it from the perspective of me when I was a child watching YouTube. But it's changed. Because ad block, if you don't want ads, you just turn on ad block.
Patreon, all these different ways you can do it. This is once you build up consistency, you can start rewarding fans with extra. You could do a whole podcast just about this.
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
So
and maybe we should at some point. The Shillcast.
Shillcast. All right.
And the one other thing I'd say is when it eventually comes time to find sponsors, do not talk to the sponsors who send messages to your inbox on YouTube.
Don't.
They will scam you. Those T-Blocks guys who I did my first promotional videos ever for, the T-Blocks guys offered me jack shit money, and they haven't paid me for what I did. They still put me on their website.
Just wait for that loot crate money. Just wait for them to come to you.
Wait, I mean...
Loot Crate
Loot Crate has come to me.
Loot Crate decides who and who is not a YouTuber.
Exactly. Loot Crate and Audible. They are the...
Audible.com. This video brought to you by Audible.
Also Crunchyroll. You guys finally became YouTubers this week when you got your Crunchyroll sponsorship.
Big Daddy Crunchyroll came and knocked on our door. They're like, hey, what's going on? We crack open the door a little bit. Not too much. Do you want to do business with us? Sitting back a little bit. They're like, yeah. And we're like, you sure you can? Just look over the shoulder a little bit.
No.
Yeah, you can do it. Like, come on in. It's like all comes high and close to the door. But everyone's just like, that's legit. I'm like, why not? Like, literally, like, we can direct people directly to the official release on Crunchyroll.com. And it's free. Technically, you can just go to Crunchyroll for fucking free. Even if you don't want a premium account, you can still watch Dragon Ball Super with regular ad breaks like a regular TV show.
Yeah.
Which sucks, in my opinion. I have a Crunchyroll premium account. I pay for it with my cash money every month. But I get Drifters every week, and that's worth it. Gospel of the driver. Everyone, will you abridge that? No! I'm working on original shit. Another abridged series asked me to join their Drifters abridged, and I'm just like, well, great. That pretty much means I'm going to validate one series. But it's the one, whichever one offers me Nobunaga Yari.
You want to play that role, you just don't want to write it.
Truthfully, can you imagine writing, dude? Can you imagine writing geopolitical historical comedy with those characters? So I all know, like Billy, just like what was it? It's Butch Cassidy. So what happened exactly? What happened to Japan? Oh, I don't know. You don't know? No, they don't teach us much in school. We just learned about the U.S. of A. And that carriages are really easy to rob. That's about all we learned. What is this thing? Oh, that's a Gatling gun. Just like Nobunaga just going for the Gatling gun. Oh, just stroking the Gatling gun. How fast does it fire? It fires about 100 bullets a minute. He's just like he's like losing his mind. I want, like, him and Hannibal Barker are like, I want it. I want to take it back. I want to take it back to my timeline and win.
Oh man, you are going to get so many comments asking for that series. As many comments as we got asking for an extended version of our Rick and Morty All Might and Deca bit.
No. All Might.
All Might.
You gotta understand, like, we're in school. It's a lot of academics. There's a lot of academics, Deku. You just gotta go in there and learn.
Yeah. All Might, is there a class where I can learn how to punch something without breaking my arm? That seems like it would be a little important.
Yeah, there is a class. It's run by a guy called Saitama. He's pretty strong. And there's also Attack Name 101, and that's run by the Inuyasha guy. And welcome to anime school.
Isn't the Inuyasha guy just named Inuyasha?
I don't think he likes labels. I don't really know what he identifies as anymore. I think he's either a demon or a human. I feel like anytime I say he corrects me, I just think he does that out of spite. Or maybe because I'm All Might. Next move, moving on.
Yeah, so...
I don't know whether your girlfriend's impressed or depressed.
Sleepy.
She's sleepy.
Well, we're gonna wrap up here soon.
Yeah, I think we are. We got time for one more question.
Then I gotta go record with you in the other room.
Yeah, then we gotta go record more stuff. Yeah. Keep banging the table, Taka.
Yeah, I do.
Thanks, Taka.
What if I can do more? Well, hold on.
No. I don't want to have to edit this track.
You killed him.
God, what did you make out with me suddenly?
Oh God, that is gonna be not pleasant for anybody listening to the podcast. I'll try to remember to edit that out around.
Oh my God, I thought I was just fucking around. I didn't actually know that was a problem. Sorry, apologize.
Yeah, the microphone's just right here. Anyway,
I know where the fucking microphone is.
I've never seen one of these before. But
What?
It's called a microphone.
I didn't know what's a microphone. I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so the final question comes to us from...
Is it about Inuyasha again? I'm kind of in that. That's kind of in my wheelhouse right now.
Are you going to do Inuyasha, Bridge?
No! Like, that one could never exist because the actual copyright holders for the animation studio pull everything. Mm-hmm. They're malicious.
Sunrise are dickbags.
So, yeah, they are. Except about G Gundam. They don't give a fuck about that anymore.
Gundam Abridged would be neat.
G Gundam Abridged would be the best.
G Gundam is already abridged.
It really
The
is.
fucking English version already is.
Kind of is, yeah.
Oh, man, everyone's dying. We better wrap this up.
Help us.
The award for least pleasant to listen to podcast goes to...
Stop doing that to the microphone, Jeff. That was you this time.
Yeah, it was.
Fucking can't believe he shamed me. I cannot believe you had the balls to do that.
Read the last one.
See, Jeff's just excited because he wants to have more live podcasts like this every week.
We definitely need to get some kind of microphone with suspension.
No, I actually want a microphone like plugged it into a drum so I can just smack the drum every now and then when I really need
Y'all
to.
still awake? Like,
Anybody who's made it this far is committed. But yeah, so Sean Belvaniste asks, hey there, what would be your dream team of JRPG heroes? Create a 4-person team of any character from any JRPG ever. Have a nice day /afternoon/night or whenever you happen to be reading this.
It's night right now.
It is night.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with me. I'm gonna go with Gilder. We're gonna get Gilder from Skies of Arcadia. That's good. We gotta get the twin pirate gunman. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. We gotta get Sabin from FF6. The motherfucker can suplex a train. Mm-hmm. What else can he suplex? Okay, here we go. We gotta get crazy now. We gotta go to a place that's really nuts. I'm talking Barrett from Final Fantasy VII. There we go. We gotta get some color in our tea.
The one black guy in all of JRPGs.
There's also the black guy from FF13. Stop being racist.
What, you think you die and everything's sugar and rainbows?
Does he actually say that in FF13?
That's an actual line.
That's great. That's great. I have never played the game, but I feel like I've missed out on a lot. And the perfect team, Bowser from Super Mario RPG. That my team. Gilder, Sabin,
Okay.
Barrett, and Bowser.
okay, but 4 members of Team Skull.
Just 4 members of Team Skull. No, how about 4 of your boys? 4 of your boys.
So a JRPG where you play as Team Skull.
Yeah, there we go.
Why isn't that? That's going to be the next game they rock out.
Pokemon Sun and Moon 2. You're just one of those idiots from Team Skull.
I really want there to be an actual game where you play as a bad guy for a while and then you realize you're being an asshole, so you become a good guy and start fighting against your team.
That's Pokemon Coliseum.
That's but games people play.
Yeah, Pokemon Coliseum sucked.
Yeah, but those
XD was good.
No.
XD was okay.
No.
XD improved
You're really
a
on
lot
those
of
games
stuff.
with the Naruto-looking characters, right?
he likes Naruto-based games.
Naruto.
Did you play XD Gale of Darkness? They fixed some shit. And it had cute characters.
If those games are good, why don't people talk about them in a positive light?
Because they were on the
Can you fire someone from
GameCube.
their own podcast?
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if we should do a total vote. Is Jeff fired from the podcast? Raise your hands. All right, Jeff has been voted off the island.
Now only the good opinions are left.
That's okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll just go home.
Okay,
It's
bye.
got a 4.6 out of 5 on eBay.
That's good. That's good. What game is this?
The Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Okay.
All right, loser.
I guess it was reviewed by people who played it, which were like all 12 of them.
Yeah. I mean...
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm a dick to games like that, but it's just like my sister was really big into them and like no one else was. And I always felt bad because she wanted to talk to someone about them.
I mean, the thing about XD Gale of Darkness is that it's like, and Pokemon Coliseum is that they were the first attempts at making Pokemon into like a JRPG with cinematic cutscenes and stuff, and now Sun and Moon have done it really well. That said, Coliseum and XD kind of had pretty good stories.
So anyway, your team.
So anyway, my team. Oh god, that's hard. I would probably go with Vise from Skies of Arcadia, because he's amazing. Also, he's in... You know he's in Valkyria Chronicles, right?
Oh yeah, I'm aware of that.
Yeah, so Vise from Skies of Arcadia, he's just such a great guy. great fuck up a lot of the times too.
Buys?
Yeah.
He's the hero. All right. He's such a cheeky protagonist.
Yeah.
But he's always got that smirk. He's always smirking in every scene. I'm just like, I love this guy because he's such a pure hero, but he's not cringy, and I actually believe in him.
Yeah. No. He's actually a well-written hero like that.
Well, let's not get crazy here. He's not a shittily written hero.
He's not shittily written. That's different.
Because a lot of heroes are badly written.
I would bring in. Let's see. Who would I bring in out of Chrono Trigger? See, from Chrono Trigger, I'm torn between Frog and Robo. Yeah, I'd say Robo.
Dun, 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 dun. Of course, you've heard the Rick Roll version of that song, right?
No, I haven't actually.
No, they actually they sync them up perfectly. Dun, 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 no pain to love. Oh, we'll play it after this.
Yeah. You know what? Send that to me. I will make that the end song of this podcast.
We're gonna do that. All right. Cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull that up. Shit.
But yeah. So I'd say Robo from Chrono Trigger. And then let's see. I would bring in. See, this is a tough question because I don't attach to characters individually in JRPGs. I attach to the party as a whole. Probably bring in Sarah from Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky because she's the best tough-talking alcoholic lady.
Tough-talking, no-nonsense lady.
With severe alcoholism, that's important.
That's good. I got it pulled up here.
And then let's bring it all in with Grunte from Team Skull.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Grunte, yo, it's your boy. All right, and guys, you don't want to do. You just want to go home.
Yeah.
No, I'm just sleepy.
She can't go home.
I can't.
All right,
help me.
So I think are we wrap the podcast?
I think that's about where we're going to end it. So thank you everybody for writing in. If you want to see your questions answered on the next weekly Weebcast, you can shoot them to weeklyweebcast@gmail.com, and I will be answering those questions with the Kanapa Effect and Yazi from the heart of Japan.
Yo, bamboo sound.
What are we gonna talk about?
Oh, by the way, and guys, check out this sweet YouTube video.